Up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out LinealBoxing TV with Bertie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic.
LinealBoxing TV, the likes of boxing in Red Hill. Good morning guys, you both okay?
Very well, thank you.
Very well.
So I'm here with Ian Jumbo Johnson, Luke Pearson. Luke, your second fight coming up 29th of June. Feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling fit, feeling strong. Excited to go down a weight and see what I can do at the weight below. So yeah, just really looking forward to it.
So we'll get onto that a little bit first. I've just got to ask you both though, as boxing fans, just purely your personal opinion, that heavyweight scene recently in the last month, what your take on that? It's exciting for the sport, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously I was out in New York with Josh Kelly and this is only my personal opinion. Something didn't look right from the word go. Anthony isn't a man that pushes that gum shield out and walks out lethargically, and when you're in the ring he's normally there. Something didn't look right. I don't know what it was. They're the only people that know what it is. Everyone can speculate. It doesn't make Anthony Joshua a bad fighter. Obviously something was something. And at the end of the day, we can only see what we see. You know. And then Tyson went to America. And one thing about, I've worked Tyson's corner for a Pianetta fight in Belfast. And one thing about Tyson, that was my only fight I've done with him, but he made me feel so welcome as if I was a part of the team. And the man is a gentleman. All right, he can turn things on to sell tickets. But the USA is the country of razzmatazz.
They will love him.
And he sold himself and will now be loved out. He will be more known now than Wilder. There's no doubt about that. And I just love the way he entertains. He's got probably the best feet and quick hands from a heavyweight since probably I am. So I wish him all the best. Good luck to him.
Have you got a similar take on that?
I have, yeah. I think Fury's the one at the moment to watch. I think he hasn't got the biggest punch power, but the way he moves, the way he throws his shots, he don't get hit. So, and even if he does, he showed in the Wilder fight, he's got a chin and he can get back up. He's got the grit and determination. So
he's got something from below.
There's something in him that wants him to keep going.
He believes in what he believes in, as in spiritual wise, or you know, from where he's been at the depth of the blackest hole ever, and he's got that strength to come through.
Exactly like Luke said as well, getting up, that's something you can't teach in the gym, is it? That's very deep inside.
You can't put muscle on the chin.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he was there and he got up, people say out 12, 13 seconds.
He still got to his feet.
Let me just quickly ask you, going back on that Anthony Joshua thing, as a trainer for yourself, he had a team of 23 people fly out with him. Would you be comfortable with that, or is that just too much? Is that too much of an overkill? Do you like to keep the team
like
small?
it. That's why I like working with Katie, because with Katie there was Katie, Ross, Brian, Thomas and me. Then there was the film people that were doing the documentary. We didn't really see her mum backstage until after the fight. Lovely lady. So it was very small. We've only got me, Luke, and Neil, and then we have my daughter that comes in and does running around for us. That's it. 4 people, 5 people. Everyone to their own.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's
that's right.
different.
Whatever works.
I think too many people can be an overload, but that's just me again. I like it simple and sweet.
And lastly, on you, Luke, who did you grow up watching? Who did you sort of style yourself on?
I haven't really styled myself on anyone really, but the fighters I liked watching, I like watching Kevin Mitchell, I like watching Josh Warrington. Just that them sort of style fighters I like watching. So
pressure fighters,
yeah.
right?
Because he's a busy moving.
Keep busy, keep your hands going.
What are your predictions for that heavyweight scene then? Who ends up on top?
Wow. So, you know, I even though Ruiz beat Joshua, I still think Joshua's going to be in the mix somewhere. I don't think you'll ever see that happen again. If it does, I think it will probably be the end of Anthony.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion again. Everyone's entitled to his opinion. Ruiz has got quick hands for a big lad.
Yeah.
Quick hands. Wilder, you can outbox Wilder. You've just got to stay for him because he can hit. Don't get me wrong, he can hit. Tyson's just a level above with everything. I'd like to see Tyson and Wilder too. Yeah. I'd like to see Wilder and Joshua. I'd like to see Joshua and Fury. But there is a lot of politics involved. Yeah. So we'll see where we go from there.
How does, in both of your opinions, how does Luke Campbell get on against Lomachenko?
I love Luke Campbell a bit. He's a really talented young man. I just think Lomachenko will have too much with the movements. I don't even know quite if it's been set in stone yet or not. But if it happens, I think Lomachenko's movement, and I think by mid 6-7, I think there'll be probably a stoppage.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Luke is a good fighter, but Lomachenko is just different grade.
He's just a level above.
Yeah.
His movement, angles.
Yeah.
And it's not every shot's powerful. He'll tap you 2 or 3 and then he'll start letting his hands go.
What we said also, them little movements open up where you want to be.
Open up the gaps.
And he's so clever.
And the way he just moves people into position for himself, like just effortlessly. You can just watch him on his footwork alone, it's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Definitely. So, if it comes off, it'd be interesting. I'd love to see it, Luke might prove me wrong. It'd be nice if he did, but I just think he's got too much for him.
Yeah. Any other big fights you're sort of keeping your eye on recently at all? Or Daniel Dubois got a fight against Gorman. That could be really interesting.
Well, Joe Joyce is fighting Jennings.
Joe Joyce is just a big, strong, tough...
He's a gentleman, a gentle giant, but let me tell you, he's strong. He can punch. He can punch. I rate him. I do. I think he's getting better and better, and he's learning, and he wants to learn,
Abel Sanchez was raving about him. Now he's working with Adam. He does good work, Adam, doesn't he? So
no, Adam's a very talented trainer.
Yeah.
And he's got a good stable of young fighters, as in lighter weights, and now moving up on to a bit, But he's also got Chris Oko in the camp now. Chris is helping out.
Right.
You've got Charlie from downstairs. They blend so well, don't they? As a team, they're all laughing and joking all the time. There's a great banter in there, So you've got to have that. You can't be. You want to be serious, but not.
You still have to enjoy it.
You want to enjoy training.
You've got to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then what are you
doing it for?
Yeah. It's a sport that everyone likes to, get involved in and try it sometime. But it's not for everybody.
Yeah. Let me just quickly ask about you, Ian. I know a little bit. You've got an amazing backstory. I was in New York in 2007 in the Gleason's gym, and they had an obituary on one of the most famous cutmen in the world. Sadly passed away in 2004, but I googled him, and he was your protege. Is that right?
Yeah, he was.
Can you explain a little bit?
Well, no, I met Al when he was in London.
Oh, this is Al Gavin.
Al Gavin Senior. He was known as Cutman to the Stars. He lived at Bethpage, New York. I met him in London, and it's what I wanted to do. So I spoke to him, and he said, "Listen, you want to pay your way? Come out, find somewhere to stay." Which I did. I travelled around, watched him, and then we came back with Mickey Ward to fight Neary on the Naz and Bungai undercard. So I went out there. A few times. I think I went out there probably 13, 14 times in 16, 17 years. Wow. Met his son, his wife, his family. I'm still good friends with Al Gavin Jr., who now lives in Tampa, because he was a parks department supervisor from a young age, retired early, sold up, went down there, and you couldn't meet a nicer man. Al Gavin, Bosch, was the number one person.
Well, anybody, like if Emmanuel Stewart says you're one of the best in the business, you're doing something
Al
right.
Gavin does a good job. He and he worked with Mickey Ward. He worked with Eric Harding. Lennox Lewis for what? 13 years.
De La Hoya.
He also works with the Naz's opponent, Kelly.
Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, so he's been around. And he used to work with the Minnows.
Yeah.
Very similar to what he said to me is that, Jumbo, you conduct yourself in the ring properly, and outside the ring, you'll go far. And that's a simple thing of life. You treat people the way you expect to be treated.
Of course. And what a lot of people maybe not realise, you just said about Turo Gatti, Mickey Ward, the most famous trilogy ever. If it wasn't for Al, that very first round, the very first minute, in the very first fight, he gets a bad cut. In some other boxing universe, that fight doesn't go to a trilogy. You
Exactly. No, it doesn't, because he went on then, and in my own honest opinion again, I thought the referee should have stopped Gatti.
Yeah.
Nowadays, 10, 12, 13, 14 unanswered punches, well, over. Yeah. But what a fight.
What a fight.
And there's a cut on the right eye of Mickey Ward, and it does look like a bad cut.
Looks
Jim.
deep. What corner? Al Gavin is a good cut man. Al's as good as there is.
pocket.
Right here to the right. Right here.
Now this is Gavin to the right of your screen, and you can see that Al has already gone to work.
Just going on his cuts, do you look at Luke and have a look at his eyes the first thing you see and think, yeah, you'll do?
In what respect?
Can you tell, like sometimes
you can look at a fella's eyes and his skin pigmentation and how drained he is, but he's hydrated.
Yeah.
You know, he's still on 2 to 3 litres of water per day. His diet's good. He lives the life. He'll still be hydrated. He won't cut much more water, maybe another litre. You know, he makes it easy. He makes 8-10 comfortably. Makes 8-8 that they need him at this time. He could probably make 8-6 drying out the day before weighing. Yeah. Not a problem. But he's only ever been cut on your head, hasn't he?
Only on the top of my head, yeah.
Is that a bit of an urban myth when you dehydrate and your skin sort it, or is that like when you really are susceptible? Because look,
You've only got to look at Alan and Ross Minter. They both had what they call paper skin. Yeah. So did Henry Cooper. Yeah. You know, sometimes it's a clash of heads. You know, it happens.
Well, Mick Williamson pretty much saved Ricky Hatton's career on about 4 different occasions.
So, I'll tell you someone else he kept in the game a long time, and it cut even easier than Ricky Hatton, was Johnny Armour.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Can you ask Johnny Armour? And he's another lovely kid, Johnny Armour, but his skin was frail.
Yeah. Did you see Badin Jack's cut?
Yeah, it was a little bit big. It was bigger than Ryan's when I had Ryan's against Haskins.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a cut, yeah.
Because more than anything, your job is just to stop the blood impairing the vision, isn't it? More than.
Yeah, but it's also to keep them in the fight.
Yeah.
If you can slow it. So you don't always stop it. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. But if I can keep that from trickling into your eye, and you get through, and then you pick up your confidence.
Yeah.
With Ryan's fight, I've said it before. I got complimented on what a good job I've done, but Ryan had never been cut before. Ryan knew it was a bad cut because Adam told him. But he still went out there and performed with the confidence that he knew I was going to slow it or stop it and then go forward and win the fight. And you've got to take your hat off to him.
You find out a lot about your fight. It must be so reassuring for you knowing you've got someone this experienced in your corner. Because I've seen Cutmen before panicking, and that ultimately, the fight feeds off that, don't they? You just have to be calm and.
You've got to tell him. He comes back, is it bad? No problem. I'll deal with it. It's not a problem.
You've got to trust your trainer.
I've got guys who work in the gym here to help out, and they're also qualified cutmen. So one of them will be helping with Luke in the corner, because to try and do it and work at the same time, if he does get a cut, can be a little bit, you're more concentrating on that and what you're saying. Yeah. So we've got Neil Dempsey, he's a good cut man, he's worked with some good fighters as well.
Let's go on to you then, Luke. You had your debut in March.
Yep.
I watched that film fight, you look very good. How did you find the debut? Were you happy to get out of the way? Were you nervous?
I was nervous, but more than anything, I was looking forward to it. Yeah. I just wanted to show what I could do, and just get in there, and I wanted to get the rounds in. It's my first pro fight, I'm learning, so it's good to get the rounds in. And he was a pressure fighter. In the first few rounds, he didn't throw loads, but as the fight went on, he started letting his hands go, and he was putting me under pressure in the later rounds, so it was a good learning curve.
That's the good thing about those Al Siesta shows, they're always competitive, you're always going to be working. But you seem to switch your stance quite well, you're always on your feet. How did you make of his debut?
I loved it.
Yeah.
We'd worked on a few things in the gym and he put them into place, but it was always things there was things we worked on that he couldn't do because the chance didn't arise. Yeah. Ricky Leach was the perfect opponent for him. Schooled, doesn't often get stopped, would give him a good test. But a lot of the nervous energy was there for the first fight. He was tired in the last round. He wasn't unfit, he was fit, but it does it to you, doesn't it?
Yes, that nervous energy sometimes will.
So, now we got a southpaw. Al said, do you mind a southpaw? You've got to take him sooner or later. We've got southpaw sparring from a ex-pro who's trying to get his licence back, a Polish kid called Mariusz Bak. He's a 9-9 fighter. Good little fighter. You sparred him on last weekend. You're going to be sparring again tomorrow night and again at the weekend for his last spar. And he's coped well with it, because he likes to be put under pressure to find his ability.
Luke, you boxed on the Queensbury as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's a great preparation to the Italian pros, and it's as close as a pro sort of.
You're not going to get any better.
Not going to get any better. The standard's so high.
Yeah.
How did that go over about turning professional then? Was it just the case of...
Luke wanted to be a pro. He came to me 6.5, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
At what weight?
12 stone 7.
12 stone 7.
Okay, yeah.
And we had a chat, and I said, look, we've got to get this weight down. So we worked, we got the weight down. He had a couple of fights, and then he kept the weight down. And then at about 21, 22, he said, I want to go pro. I said, not yet. 23, not yet. 24, you're not yet. 25, not yet. And at 26, I see that the development of his body changed from a boy into a man. If he's gone at 21 and fought someone like his debut, it could have chewed him up.
Yeah.
Might get
He'd have been
bullied
too
a little
strong,
bit.
yeah.
And that might have deflated him and
Yeah.
put him backwards. So we decided at 26, wasn't it, that the time was right. So we went in front of the board, got it, and away we go. We're not looking to run before we can walk. You know, we're looking for maybe this fight and maybe 2 before the end of the year, so he's got 4. I'm happy with 4, you know, because he's still only young, he's 26. I've seen people turn over at 18, being tough fights, and their career don't last long. I mean, I worked with Jamie McKeever. He turned pro at 18, lovely boy, Jamie, but he was his great fights with Rutherford, Mark Callahan, and it was too early because he was still a boy.
Yeah. And that's so true, isn't it? It's all timing, everything's
Yeah.
timing, and as a trainer you will know like, what levels to bring him up. And so you're fighting a southpaw next.
Kieran Holman.
Yeah, that's right, and another good opponent. How will you adapt to a southpaw style as well?
Probably, I won't prep no different. I do work on things on pads, and I've got the southpaw sparring, so I'm just trying to work on gaps and trying to find my way to get close to him and let my hands go, really.
Yeah.
So.
But the other thing is he switches well to southpaw and can go southpaw, so you know it may open up more.
Yeah.
Because a southpaw to a southpaw, they go, oh, hang on, I'm used to 99% of the people being orthodox.
Yeah.
So now we may have to look at going southpaw with him as well.
How did you get into boxing from the very start?
I only done it to get fit. I used to play a lot of football and done it to get fit, and then just really fell in love with it. So I give football up,
Yeah.
and I've just gone from there. Yeah, I'm in here every day training.
Did you have much amateur background, or was it just a case of going straight to the Queensbury?
No, I had pretty much straight into Queensbury. I had one unlicensed with Jumbo, and then after that he went straight into Queensbury.
So you know, there's some good pro fighters out there that have done Queensbury, you know.
How good do you think he can be then?
Listen, let's not go too fast, too quick. I think he has ability.
Yeah.
I think he's learning. What is good, he lives the life.
Yeah.
And when you live the life, you've got half a chance. He will learn, he will improve. He will sit down a little bit more and start to develop the power that we're looking for. You know, he's only an 8'8 fighter, 8'10 fighter, you know. So you've got to do it right. You can't mess around with it. I would like to say that I think if we looked to fight for a southern area in 18 months to 2 years, we get 12 fights behind us. He's still only 28. Why not? I work with a guy who come from around here called Paul Knights.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul Knights won the southern area. Can't take anything away from him. I've worked with Nick Gemman. Nick Gemman won the southern area, the English, the Masters, the International Masters, the Challenge Belt. You know, if you can make that, it's a great chance. Anybody who steps through those ropes, it's a big, big task.
Yeah.
And it's a dangerous place.
Not only dangerous as well, certainly someone that's just coming new to a pro, just selling your tickets.
Every fight's dangerous because you can only got to get it at the wrong place or get it
That's
sweet.
right. Yeah.
Tickets is a thing a lot of kids don't like, but we ain't doing too bad with it, are we?
We're not doing too bad now.
So we sold all his tickets. He had, what do you have?
80.
So, yeah, 80.
80.
He's done all 80. So happy
Yeah, you
days.
had a good old atmosphere as well. Your last one, that was.
Yeah, because most of them bought the ring sides because they were only a little bit cheaper than
that's right.
the general admission.
Yeah.
So it was great. And they're all there at ringside. And again, he's sold 45, 50 ring sides. So, you know, happy days, we're there.
Yeah, I really like those Al Siesta shows as well because they're just always competitive.
He
and
puts
there's
a lot more into it with the lighting and the TV
Yeah.
stuff and the interviewing and everything. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Especially at this gym like this as well. It must be amazing for you just seeing Adam Booth and the fighters that come through here as well, and having a trainer like that. I don't want to start name dropping, but some of the people you've worked with, Katie Taylor obviously, and
Listen, I've worked with a lot of good people. Katie Taylor, Tyson Fury, Jason Cook, Nathan Cleverly. You know, you can go on and on. Sometimes you go to a show and you go, oh, how are you? And they go, oh, I ain't got a Cutman jump. Can you do it? I've done 2 or 3 of the Smith brothers. Scott Cardle, I think I've done his first 8 or 9 fights. So I've worked with a lot of good people. But you know what? It's what you do. I just got to get on with it. The trainer is the main man. Where in this relationship, I'm the main person because I do training with him. My Cutman is my Cutman. If he cuts and he stops it, my Cutman's a good man. You're only as good as your last one.
That's right.
Because we're going to looking for 6 rounds next. Because he's got easy that. You know, we're for this 4-rounder, we've been working on 8s, 10s, 10-round work and more. For the 6 rounder, we'll go up a little bit more and working. You know, I like to vary it. Sometimes we'll do 3-minute rounds. Sometimes we'll do a 6-minute round and then go back to a 3 and then go to a 6. So we could see what, you know, and everything we do is logged. Every time he's done a training session, we weigh before, we weigh after. Because if he's doing this certain thing at training, I can see what he's losing. And if he's doing a more strenuous, intense one, we know what we're losing. If we're doing a light one, we know what so we know where we are. So we're really looking forward to the 29th.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it as well. Do you both get on well?
Yeah.
Even though that you're a Chelsea fan, he's a Tottenham fan, is that?
That ain't no problem. Listen, we've been friends 7 years. You can't go through a friendship without having a little fallout or not happy with what he's doing. Like there's been an incident where I wasn't happy, not because he was doing anything wrong, because I asked him to do something and it wasn't done. And I just said to him, you've got to listen to me, I'm telling you these things for a reason. And then he was like, okay, jump, no problem. Gosh, we're back on it, and it was exactly what we wanted when he done it. He thought, no, I think I'll do it this way. No, we don't want that way. This leads to that. Oh, I've got you, see. Because he's learning. Don't get me wrong, I'm still learning. I watch Adam and the rest of the boys, and I pick things up. I feel that you're always learning, always learning.
The day you stop learning is the day you stop, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
Any last things you want to add, guys?
No, we'd just like to thank everyone for buying the tickets. We'd like to thank the owner of the gym, Karen, for letting Luke train here. You know, it's a good gym to train out of, and obviously with the landlord selling the property, we've got to be out by the 31st of August, so we're now looking for premises, so we're out there trying to find the council, which aren't being very helpful, and letting agents are trying to find somewhere new to move on to carry on the dreams of some of the kids on the white collar scene or Queensbury or charity stuff. You know, we need it. So if there's anybody out there that knows of anywhere in the radio area or can help us, please come forward. It'd be a godsend to us. And obviously all his sponsors, he's got good sponsors. You know, he's got good people backing him, and his mum and dad help with the tickets. They get them out there and stuff. So it's good when you've got a good family that want to work. It's less pressure on him. Takes
it off you, exactly. And there's some people, and in such a, like you said, such a dangerous sport, having that strong team around you just takes everything off you. The less you worry, the more.
When you get to an elite level, like your Joe Joyce's and your Ryan Burnett's, Mickey Collins, Josh Kelly's, etc., they don't really have to sell tickets. But they do sometimes through people who want to come to them and get the tickets, or they go through the Matchroom or Top Rank or whatever and get their tickets because they want to support and want to go there.
So lastly, on yourself, can you just explain where you're fighting if people don't know?
Fighting at Bracknell Leisure Centre on the 29th. Doors open at 5, I think. First fight is 5:30. So.
We don't know when we're on yet, but I would think probably around about number 6 or 7, so probably about 8:30, 9, which is perfect. We can get in there, get food, chill
out,
wrap, stretch, pads, done, and get away. Because sometimes when you've been there all day, you don't want to stay. So you just want to get home.
It's a draining day, isn't it?
It is.
Mental pressure is phenomenal.
Of course,
But it's great, and it's nice to have people like yourself and other people that we've had phone and done interviews with on Skype and FaceTime. From other pods places. It's good because everyone likes to go for the biggies.
Of course.
You guys are going for the people that could possibly be up and coming.
And exactly that. I've just been at the Haringey Cup and I love that place. Because you can be walking and chatting to the very next big thing.
One of my friend's son, he lost in the final. Marley Watts, he lost in the final up there to a good kid. So, it's good. They love it up the Haringey Cup. It was Alexandra Palace?
Alexandra Palace, yeah.
Shannon went up to have a watch as well.
You get some amazing stuff in there. So, guys, I'll put your links in. I'll put your link in for your last fight. Come along, watch him. Follow the journey. It's exciting.
Yeah, by all means, come backstage and see us on the night if you're there.
Perfect. I will do. Yeah.
Some photos, whatever you want. You need to talk. Well, listen, we like it because you need these kind of people. You need these kind of people to give you that little bit of.
Every publicity is good publicity, let's say, isn't it? I mean,
even bad sometimes.
even bad. Don't say anything bad today. We'll do that another time. You can say something bad about Tottenham, maybe.
Nah.
You don't want a big leg session.
Lads, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Wish you very well for your second fight.
Thank you.
John Johnson, thanks for your time.
No worries.
Have a great day and best of luck for your fight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.